Alright, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the human being 3D using Voxedit. So we're going to refer back to the previous lessons. So open up Voxedit. Now if you haven't created the human model previously from the template, we're just going to start it all over again if you haven't. So here, open up your template and then choose medium human and then save it as human. Inside your Voxedit folder, click save, and we have our human. Now notice that when you click on this, you cannot actually select, but what you can do is just click on this edit buttons over here to edit whatever the color, the shape and all this within this box, within this space. Okay, so go back, click no. So take note that you can't change any of these animations, right? All these, see, if you can actually see the timeline here. The reason is because this is a template, so it makes this program actually makes it easy and fuss free, and it avoids any mess up from anybody who's new to this. Okay, so but in this tutorial I'm just going to show you how to create a human being flipping a book. So we're going to add the book inside here. Okay, so if you notice, we cannot even add anything, any hierarchy into this thing. So but we can edit this human being, so I'm going to show you how now. So now that we have this template, I want you to go back, and you don't need to save this. So we save this as human, right? So now we just have to create a new asset. Let's call this human 2. Now our file has nothing inside, so we need to import the hierarchy. So go to Voxedit, go to human, and then where's my human? Here it is, and then select the model. See this? The Mammoth biped human, medium human. Click open. Now you can see that the animation the timeline window is here. See, you can access all these things, and you can add keyframes and all that. And at this side, on the right side here, you can see all the different animations that you can select and edit if you wish. So now I want you to scroll down this animation list and find sit. Scroll, it's a long list over here. So we have sit chair idle 01. So let's scrub through the timeline. So you can see that the human being here is actually crossing his leg and then uncrossing it when he's sitting. We don't want that. We just want a plain sitting down pose here like this, so that we can put the book on his lap. All right, go to the first frame, which is here, 00 seconds, and now let's import our book. So go to Voxedit, books folder, and click book, click open, and now we have this. Now we have the book, which is here, controller, and the book, the base, the page, and all that, it's all here. See, but the book is not moving at all because the book has its own animation set. So we gotta find that, and it's here. See, flip. The reason why I ask you to go to sit chair idle and go to the first frame, which is 00 seconds, is because we want this pose, right? We want this sitting pose, and at the same time have this animation on the book. So now have a look here. The animation of the book, right, lasts for 3 seconds. So we can make use of this animation set, and we can go ahead and animate the human as well within this flip animation. Alright, you can also duplicate this flip animation if you don't want to mess around with the original flip animation, which is in the list over here. Alright, so to do that, you can go here and click duplicate animation, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the thing inside this flip animation. Okay, so now we need to raise this book up. Okay, so let's do that. Click on this controller. So let's bring this up, go to the move tool and make sure you're on the first frame and click and drag upwards like this. I'm going to move closer so you can see. So now move it closer to the body and bring it down to his lap. Something like this is okay. Now take a look at the timeline window. You can see there is an animation going on here, right? So we don't want that. So what we can do is this. Here there is a keyframe. Just click and press delete on your keyboard. Here the first frame of the controller, right click, copy this and go to the last frame, which is 3 seconds. Right click, paste. So there is no animation on the controller layer. So now what we need to do is move the hand of the human being as if it is really flipping, and also here this hand, just move it away a little bit, but make sure that you start the animation here at the very first frame. So here click on the forearm, we can rotate. Make sure you click on this one, the left forearm, and I'm going to rotate here. This one, this is the z-axis, move it up, and here the y-axis, move it here away from the book, and rotate here the x-axis like that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for the right forearm. So rotate here the green line and rotate here the red one, which is the X, and rotate the blue, which is the Z, like that. Alright, so let's make the right hand move as the page flips. So at this point here, there is no keyframe, right? So we need to make a keyframe somewhere here. So add a keyframe, click here, and now move to this frame, move forward by 1 frame, and then just rotate like this. Rotate that and rotate the blue one so that you lift the hand, something like this. See that here at this frame over here, we're just eyeballing it, okay? And then just click here, rotate, rotate, and rotate again, something like this. See, move, flip, flip here. I think we have a last movement of this right hand. Let's move it like this, move it like that. Let's see whether it works. Move. I think we need to move this as well, this right arm. So we need to go back here where we added a keyframe. So here and over here, add another keyframe here, so that it doesn't move, right? The forearm doesn't move. It will only move when it comes to here, where we want the arm, the forearm, to get closer to the page, like this, something like that. See? And this forearm will move it downwards, close to the page, like this. That, see? It looks like it's pushing the page to the other side. Now we will return this hand to the original position. So how do we do that? Just click here, make sure you click on the right arm, click and press shift, click here again and click here, so that you select all these 3 frames. Click copy. Very important, when you want to copy a whole layer, make sure you right click on the topmost layer, right click, copy, and at the last frame, which is 3 seconds, right click, paste, and you'll see that it moves back to its original place. See? Flip. Flip. So we have another problem here. See, this book is actually cutting into the leg. We actually need to move this book. So go click on this book and make sure you click on the controller. This is the one that we moved, right? So at the first frame, just move it up like that, and right click, copy, right click the first frame of the controller layer and go to the last frame and paste. Let's see whether the animation still works. Alright, still works. So here's another thing that we can do, is to move the head while it's reading, right? So click here, the head. For the head, let's rotate the head so that it looks down like that. See? So this is done. I want you to rotate it so that it looks to the right. Just note that this whole animation lasts for 3 seconds. So at this point, at the 0.5 seconds, just rotate like that so that it moves to the left. And then at the first second, maybe go back to the right and maybe shift upwards, this, and then do the same for 1.5 seconds, maybe go right again and move down, and then at the 2 second mark, go left and go up, see, like that. And then at the 2.5 seconds, maybe we can go lift up his head and move to the left, something like this. And finally, for the last frame, we just copy the first frame like that, right click, copy, go to the last frame and paste. This is crucial because the first frame and the last frame needs to be the same so that there is a seamless loop. As the page flips, see, the page actually flips first. Do you notice that? Before the hand. So we need to move the hand here. We need to adjust this. See, the page moved first. So go to your right arm. Okay, when you click on the right arm, you can see the right arm, forearm, and right hand. So here's what we do. As the page starts to move, which is here, this frame, this is where you're gonna move all these keyframes back like that. See? So that it moves together. But I think let's move it one step back, so it's at the 2 seconds. Yeah, like that. And also take note, see this left hand? The left hand is actually cutting into the book, right? So let's make it like this. So as the page flips and reaches this part, let's make the left hand lift up a little bit so that it doesn't block this page. See? So at this point, we're gonna animate this. So go to your left arm, select, okay, click on the left arm, and you see there are no keyframes here. So at this point in the timeline, click the keyframe button. So we set the keyframe here, and at this point here, I want you to move the left arm here. Just rotate like that, and rotate the left arm, and rotate here the blue angle, which is the Z axis, and I'm going to rotate the red one. This is the left forearm. Alright, see, lift, lift. When it lifts to give way to the page, then it will go back to its original position. So to do that, click on your left arm and click here the first frame. Remember, first frame must match the last frame, must be the same exact thing. Click copy, go to the last frame, right click here and paste, flip. Okay, so let's have a look at the overall animation. So it looks a bit abrupt, see, abrupt. So we actually need to make this animation start earlier. So here we have the left arm. I want you to move this over here like that, or maybe even earlier, so at 2.5 seconds. Yeah, something like this. Alright, so that's done. So that's how you create an animation on a human. So what you've learned now is to create from a template, import that template, and then import the book inside your new human, where you can add, edit, and create your very own model, and not restricted by the template. Alright, use the template as a base. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy this and look forward to the next 3D creation video from me in the next one. Okay, goodbye.